reminiscing back into the early 20s.
When you started out singing, playing the blues?
Well, Ralph, I'm telling you, I've been singing the blues back further than that. To tell you the truth.
What was some of the first blues that you heard, the first blues that you recorded, things you remember from your early days?
Oh, I can, my first number I ever recorded?
Yeah, what was the first one you ever recorded?
Called the Blue Devil Blues with the Blue Devil Orchestra.
Uh-huh.
Yes, 27.
1927?
Wow. Yes.
What are some of the other songs from those days that you still remember and play?
Well, you know, back in the old days, here's a tune. Am I to blame for loving you? Not my fault if I do, my poor heart beats with joy when I'm with you. Am I to blame? Skies are blue, birds in the trees singing lovesick melody the whole day through. For everyone seems to know that I love my baby so. No one is to blame, baby, but you. So tell me why I always sigh whenever you are by my side. If I keep loving you, am I to blame? Am I to blame for loving you? It's not my fault if I do, my poor heart beats with joy when I'm with you. Am I to blame if skies are blue? Birdies in the trees singing lovesick melody the whole day through. For everyone seems to know that I love my baby so. No one is to blame, baby, but you. So tell me why I always sigh whenever you are by my side. If I keep loving you, baby, am I to blame?
That dates all the way back?
Yes, rather it goes back to around Chicago and Kansas City, back into the 20s, cabaret days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When you were growing up in Oklahoma City, how did you get interested in the blues?
I had an uncle that used to play the blues in what they call a sporting house, you know.
Uh-huh.
I was forbidden, that's forbidden territory for me.
Yeah.
But he had well, he used to play and sing in his place. Yeah. And he used to come home at night and bring me, had a hat full of money, wake me up and tell me to stick my hand in and get it. And I thought that was the grandest thing in the world.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But my father told me he'd kill me if he ever caught me in one of the places. And matter of fact, I used to go by, used to have to pass the red light district going to school. And used to see the girls in the window, and very pretty. I was eager to get in there. So I finally got up my nerve one day and went up, knocked on the door. Lady laughed, she said, come in. She said, yes, what can I do for you? I said, well, I looked around, I didn't see what I thought. I didn't know what I was looking for. But she says, well, what can I do for you? I said, well, nothing, I don't guess. She said, aren't you too young to be in here? I said, I guess I am. So she said, well, what are you looking for? I said, well, I just wanted to look in here. I said, I heard I used to pass in here the blues, and it was just killing me because I've always loved blues. And so she said, can you play? I said, yeah. She said, sit down, play a number. And I sat there and played a tune, and everybody came around, sat around, listened to me play. And I guess I was satisfied. If my daddy had passed out, that would have been it.
What did you play for them?
Oh, I went into something like, wasn't nothing but longer than I was singing blues. I went to blues like this. Catch me stealing, baby, don't you tell on me. If you catch me stealing, baby, please don't tell on me. I'll be stealing back to my old time used to be. And my uncle, of course, he had a blues that, matter of fact, he taught me blues. It went something like this. I don't know where I could play it. This is way back. Good morning, blues. Blues, how do you do? Good morning, blues. Blues, how do you do? Babe, I feel all right, but I come to worry you. Sorry, baby, sorry to my heart. Sorry, baby, sorry to my heart. Been together so long, baby, now we've got to part. Baby, see what you have done. Baby, baby, see what you have done. You caused me to love you, now your good man done gone.
Sing and play like that?
Oh, yeah, he's a very good pianist.
What was his name?
Wesley Manning.
Wesley Manning. Were the blues in, when you started out, the blues were sung by Bessie Smith an influence on you too?
Well, yes, to a certain extent. Matter of fact, I recorded one of Mamie's, well, matter of fact, it was a very big hit in 1921, 22. It was the Crazy Blues. And now, Bessie Smith, she inspired me to a certain extent, but I heard my uncle was 1915, 14.
He taught you to play and to sing?
Yes, I said, I'm taught myself, you know.
Yeah.
Well, my father wanted me to take violin. He bought me a violin, and he forbid me to touch the piano. So when he leave the house, he locked the piano up and get a key to my mother. We'd watch for him. Seeing he was gone, she'd give me the key. That's where she kept me home. And when he'd come back at night, he said, well, get your violin out. And I hadn't studied my lesson. So I said, all right, let's go. And I wouldn't know anything. He hit me on the fingers. And so he said, well, it just finally got to the place where I just couldn't play it.
Yeah.
So he told me, he said, if I ever catch you on that piano again or dancing again, I'm going to run you away from home. Well, I was gone about 2 weeks. But he lived long enough to see my success with Basie. And he finally agreed to it, I imagine. He never did say he did, but he always had a smile on his face, you know. He said, well, I guess you're doing okay.
But he didn't even like the Bessie Smith blues?
No, sir. That was honky-tonk music.
All honky-tonk.
Those days they had, they called that honky-tonk. And of course, the kids, when I was going to school, they loved it, and I used to play piano. And I was the official pianist, you know, for school drags, we call them, dances.
Oklahoma City.
Yes. Yeah. Then I went to Wilberforce University.
Yeah.
And that's where I met quite a few great pianists, you know. But my biggest thrill was when I met Jelly Roll Morton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where was that?
1923, right in California,
In
Los
California,
Angeles.
in Los Angeles? Were you working out here then?
No, I came out here, incidentally, to Barry. But something happened. I was too young, man. So got out here in California, and I went to work, and I decided to go to a nightclub in Los Angeles. Was. I went to this nightclub, and Jelly Roll was playing there, and I thought he was the greatest thing I ever heard, and I just went and made myself acquainted with him. And we got to be real chummy. And one night I was hired to play piano, and he played drums. So, but I was an intermission pianist. Yeah. I asked the fellow for the job. I could only play in 3 keys. We had entertainers those days that when they hit the floor, I mean, with that, when they come out to go to tables and sing, I guess the people are robbed of that kind of stuff today. When a party came into our nightclub, after they got seated and ordered the drink, why the entertainer go to the table and ask them, or sing, and then ask them anything else they want to hear. So one night I was playing piano for one of the girls, and I guess she had a cold, and she wanted me to change keys. I was playing at E flat, I was swinging, and she says, go to B flat. I just kept on playing like I didn't hear it. And she came back and she called me everything. So Jelly Roll said, that's all right, I'll get him and play for him. And he played, he's a great fellow, as far as I'm concerned.
Was there a difference between the blues from New Orleans and the blues from Kansas City?
Well, yes. And it sounds funny, but after I sang with the New Orleans band, strictly New Orleans band, and I was singing the blues, and I could tell the difference. And the difference is a chord, but I can't tell you the name of the chord. Yeah. But it was where I would sing, like I say, hurry down, sunshine, see what tomorrow brings. Hurry down, sunshine, see what tomorrow brings. Well, right in there, they would make a different chord. And they all make that. So I figured that maybe I was wrong. But I don't, people stamp New Orleans as a home of the blues, but I don't. Because I found blues during my travel and during the old days where people, people didn't like the blues. If you played the blues, you was nothing, I mean, but it was a kick to me. It always carried a good feeling. And in the olden days of, if you played the blues, you had to get off to yourself. Just a few people, because guys used to walk around with guitars, and play and sing the blues, and mandolins, and call some old stuff. Maybe you don't know anything about it. But that's the way they used to play the blues, on the streets and on the corners. And the blues tells a story itself, because it makes you happy. You can play them, so it gives you a feeling to swing. And here lately they've gotten to the place where they give it a name, soul music. But it has always been a soul music. It always has been soul music.
Well, I've heard you do a blues with a story about tricks.
Oh, yes. You know where that came from? That came from Really, I heard my uncle sing it, and it's during the old days, the cabarets, I mean the houses. You want me to play that for you? I'll try it. I told my gal to learn some sense. Stop laying around that Eli Club, getting drunk at my expense. Every dollar and dime she spends has a drop of my blood on it. She runs to me with that same old jive, you know. Daddy, Trix ain't walking no more. What are you talking about, woman? I said, Trix ain't walking no more. You got to be kidding me, man. How we gonna live? Been in my window since the crack of day, trying to make $1 for our house rent to pay. Oh, there's a landlady. The landlady, she's singing the blues, baby. Just because she can't sell that dirty booze. I've never seen it break so hard for women before. Since Trix ain't walking no more. I know you dig me. It's a shame. It's a dirty shame. It's a dirty, dirty, low-down shame. My gal been gone since the rising of the sun this morning. 40 Tricks has passed and she haven't caught a one. That's a dirty shame. A dirty shame. That's a dirty, 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 low-down shame. Of course, women are weak vessels, men are to blame. Still, if she doesn't catch a trick, it's still a dirty shame. Here she come. Baby, Trix ain't walking no more. What is it? Trix ain't walking no more. No. I've been in my window since the crack of day, trying to make $1 for our house rent to pay. Baby, we got to live some way. Here's the landlady. Landlord is singing the blues just because she can't sell that dirty booze. I've never seen it break so hard for women before. Since Trix ain't walking no more, I know you dig me. Trix ain't walking no more.
Jimmy, you've always been associated with minds of the public, with Kansas City and Count Basie and the blues. When Basie came to Kansas City, were you playing and singing the blues there then?
Well, I was, when we met Basie, you know, Basie came to the West, Middle West, with a show.
Mm-hmm. Was he a blues piano player then? Was he a blues player then?
No. Basie couldn't play the blues. That's funny, sounds funny, but he couldn't. Well, I guess Pete Johnson and all, they had Everett Charles and fellas around Kansas City, very good blues players and singers. And after he got associated with those fellas, he really learned how to play the blues. Yeah. Basie was an actor on a stage when I first saw him, and they used to ballyhoo. You know what that is? Mm. You know what that is? That's about 15 minutes prior to the show. They would take a band. The band would go out in front of the show, and they'd play a number, and fellas singing. People would gather around. He would explain the show.
Oh, out in the street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we used to stand and listen to Basie play. We'd wait till all this ballet would go down so Basie could play. Yeah. And he started playing it. And that guy's crazy. And funny thing, when he first heard our band, we were playing on a big truck. We were ballyhooing then. Well, you see, in those days, Ralphie did a lot of ballyhoo. Whatever place you worked for, you had to advertise it yourself. And we used to go out and ballyhoo. And we were on this truck coming back from playing downtown, you know. So we decided to play blues. And they struck up one of those good blues, putting the horns playing, and basically heard this, he thought it was a record.
Yeah.
Somebody told him, said, no, that's the Blue Devil down on the corner playing. He ran down there, and that's when he met all the fellas.
Yeah.
Later, he quit the show and joined the band.
What kind of blues were you playing then?
Oh, they were playing 8-bar blues and 12-bar blues. How Long Blues is something like, that's an 8-bar blues.
Yeah.
I used to play it, but I don't think I can play it.
You don't think you play that anymore?
How long, baby, how long, baby, how long? How long, have that evening train been gone? How long, baby, how long, baby, how long? Got a gal who lives way up on the hill. If she doesn't love me, I know who will. Baby, how long? Baby, how long? Baby, how long? Heard the whistle blow, I couldn't see no train. Deep down in my heart, I love you again. Baby, how long? Baby, how long? Baby, how long? Got a gal who lives way up on the hill. If she doesn't love me, I know who will. How long? Baby, how long? Baby, how long?
Jimmy, what were the bands that were around Kansas City in those days that you played with and sang with?
Oh, there was Benny Moulton's orchestra. Benny Moulton had the best orchestra around Kansas City for years. He started out with just 3 pieces. Matter of fact, I remember far back enough, I guess the kids would die now if they had to dance by just piano and drum. 50 cents to go in, and the hall was packed, 600-700 people. That's good money, you know.
Yes, it is.
And the pianist, he would sing, and the drummer, they'd sing duets together, and they'd play blues and what we call foxtrot, and then a fast one. And
You had singing drummers? And
yes, they had singing drummers, sure.
who were some of them?
Well, I know a boy by the name of Joe. These fellas never did get to the limelight, you know.
Yeah.
They played in different places. They used to carry, you know, did you ever hear of a human voice whistle?
Yeah.
Well, they used to carry those things and used to shake it like that. It sounded like somebody singing. Ooh, people think it's somebody singing. They used to keep that. Sometimes that's the way they keep very good time. Drummers used to have all those sort of things.
Were bands like Georgie Lee, were they blues bands too?
Very good blues band. George Lee and Julia Lee was 2 of the best. That was one of the best teams you've ever heard.
And were the Blue Devils a blues band too?
Noted.
Noted.
And there's Fonnie Trent Band. They was in Dallas. There was Troy Floyd's band in Dallas. All those was good bands. People don't get a chance. Those bands went out of circulation in 30, 31, 32. And in comes some new bands, but around in 25, 26. And in the early, around 24, they used to have 23, they had, oh, well, today they call them Dixieland Band. 6, 7 pieces, you know. That was about as large as a band would be. And they furnished you all your music then.
But you began with those bands as a singer.
Yes, I started out trying to play piano. After I found out it was pretty hard, couldn't play with 3 keys. Everything just got so it sounded alike to me, you know. But I made a living with it. And after they told me that I could sing, why, I decided to sing. I was working in during the time that I was told you a few minutes ago, I was working with Jelly Roll in this nightclub. There was a girl blues singer out of Chicago, Carrie Williams, you'd never heard of. Very good. And of course, during intermission, she had to sing suggestive tunes. My Baby Rocks Me with a Steady Roll and things like that. And she called on me one night. I like to dine.
And you sang for her?
Yeah. And so she had me to sing, I remember the first song I ever sang. You gotta see Mama every night, you can't see Mama at all.
Jimmy, I could talk, listen to you talk and ask you questions for hours, but one final question. Do you think the blues is ever gonna die?
No, they won't, as long as they go like this.
All right.